Hello and welcome to WacoProspector.com. This video tutorial will go over some of the features and tools available within the application. When the site first opens, you'll see that you'll have a map that shows some of the current properties, as well as a list of all the buildings available within Waco Prospector at any given time. There's also a search function over here that lets you search from sites, buildings, communities, and businesses, as well as some tools that let you interact with the map. We have a set of map layers that you can turn on over the map, as well as some demographic heat maps that you can generate, as well as some tools for the map itself. Here you can measure, you can actually draw an area on the map that you want to search from and have that filter the properties, as well as find just any place on the map and let you generate a number of our demographic and business reports. Below the map, you'll see the list of properties. Here's this view you see here are the property cards for the for any given site. You'll see here that this is actually linked to the map. So if you hover over a property here, you'll see that the icons on the map change color to show your selection. As well as when you hover over those in the map, you'll see that it pulls up the property card down below. Now you can click on the icons here to pull up some general information, as well as jump to any of the demographic reports, as well as show a street view image of the property itself. Down here in the property section, you'll see that you can actually scroll through these properties to look at the different properties available within the system. Simply click on these arrows, lets you scroll back and forth between those different sets of properties. And this would just be like scrolling down vertically on the page. Instead, we're scrolling horizontally through the page and allowing you to look at the map as well as the individual summaries of the properties. Now under here, you'll see that you have some options. When you select on any specific property, you can save, zoom to the property, or view full property reports. So I'm going to go ahead and save a few of these that look interesting to me. So I'm going to click Save, and you'll see over here in my folder that the property was added as a saved building. And we'll click on a few others. And now once we've saved those, you can actually go on and click those and just bring up those properties. And now maybe we'll go in and we'll select that property and pull up the property report. Now when viewing any property report, the main view that you will get is all the property information, if it's for sale, for lease, some of the building details, as well as contact information. And then we provide a number of demographic and consumer expenditures wage reports. You'll see if you click through these tabs, you'll get a labor force, a demographic, a consumer spending, a wages report, if it's available for that property, as well as a business report. Now, the way the business report is set at a default of 1 mile radius, and the other reports are set for 10-mile radius. However, these can be easily modified simply by clicking on Modify Report, and you can either increase the radius or do a drive time polygon. So we'll go ahead and do a drive time just to show you that function. Click Generate, and you'll see that draws a polygon on the map that is an estimated 5-mile drive time from that property, and then we'll pull up that information down below for that report. Again, if I go over to the business reports and click Modify, I can change the default radius, maybe make it 3 miles, and generate that report. And this will show all the businesses that fall within that region. And we're going to go ahead and turn off the city areas to show the business points more clearly. And you'll see here are the businesses that fall within that. Now with the business reports, you can actually further drill into these different topics. You might want to go into a specific business and then show that on the map. And here you'll be able to see some information about that business, the estimated number of employees, the estimated sales, as well as you can actually save these to your folder as well. So now we're going to be saving businesses. We'll go back over to the property report. You'll see here that you have a number of options. You can export to PDF, Excel, or Word document, as well as pull up general information about the community itself. And here we're looking in Robinson, Texas. Now when you're in this view, you don't have to go back out to the list of properties to choose a different one. You can simply scroll through here, and this will bring you to the next property that was in that list of properties. So that saves a step from having to go back. Now, there's other ways to look at the properties. You can actually do a search. So we'll do a search on the buildings here. You'll see you have some different building types to choose from, as well as some basic information such as square feet, as well as if it's for sale, for lease. And then down below you'll see you also have some advanced tools for searching ceiling height, price, as well as some different assets such as brownfields, multifamily, if it's transit oriented. So we'll go in and we'll just do a basic search here for office and maybe retail. And we'll see that there are no properties listed currently that are retail. So we'll go ahead and we'll just go ahead and search all property types, and we'll bring up that current list. And again, that's basically the same list of properties when the application opened. Go back up. We'll try and do an industrial search this time. And we'll see all the properties that are marked currently as industrial. And again, we can scroll through these and look at the different attributes. A site search is similar. However, for the site search, you don't have a type of site to search. Basically, everything is vacant land. But here you can put in acres as well as any type of geography, and those same assets will apply down here as well. And some of the information here is price, as well as if it's some general property ID or broker information. We'll run a search on sites here, and you'll see there's a different icon that shows up on the map to show that these are sites, not buildings. And here we can go down and we can do the same thing where we're saving those properties. Now at any point you can actually go in and view those properties again. And you'll see you can also save not only properties, but you can save individual reports. So here we'll save a full property report, we'll save the demographic report, then we'll go to the next property, and for that one we may save all the reports. And you'll see that brings up all your reports over here as saved reports. So I'll go ahead and look at those reports, and it pulls up all those individual reports, and then we're going to export those to a PDF. And here we have a really nice tool that allows you to build a nice report here of up to 15 items that show everything for a group of properties and lets you export it into one PDF. So we'll go ahead and run that, and you'll see this generates a PDF that we can then pull up and puts it in the order that whatever we define there. Now again, this is however you design that. You can change the order, the reports, etc. So there's other tools here besides searching sites and buildings. We have a community site, community search, and here you can actually look at summaries for individual cities. So we'll go ahead and run that search, and you'll see that pulls up those individual cities. And you can actually see that there's, like the property card, now we have a community card, and it gives a summary of some information here. And then you can actually select that, that community and get some information here. This is information that is put together based on proximity to different areas and to different available assets in the community. And then we also have those same labor force demographics and consumer expenditure reports, and these reports are aggregated for the entire city. Now under that same community search tool, you might want to find the best city that matches certain demographics you put in. So we're going to put in here that we want to find a city that's 10,000 to 50,000 population, and this will pull up those two cities that match that. And then our final search here is the business search tool. Here you can search for businesses by name, by number of employees, if you're looking to be near or away from different businesses based on maybe on size. So we'll put in here, we'll put in 10 employees to 50, and we'll see how many employers fit that description. And you'll see here we have over 1,000. So we might want to further define those businesses down. So we may want to choose 40 to 50 employees. And then this brings us down to 120 different results. Again, as always, you can actually save these individuals, businesses to your folder. And we'll look at some other functions here. One of the powerful tools here is the ability to look at search down to the specific 6-digit NAICS code. So if a business really wants to look for another business that may be in the exact same classification, they can do that here, as well as some summary areas that we choose here. So we'll try some of the more common ones down here, such as apparel. We'll choose a couple of those, and again, you're not limited to one. So we'll choose 4 of those, run a search, and again, because the NAICS is so definitive, there may be a lot of results that do not come back with something. So again, let's try that again, and we'll see if we can find some businesses here. We'll choose some automotive, and again, I'm just choosing quite a few to try and ensure that we get some results back here. And again, so now with those, we've now brought back 5 results. So this will allow you to really see, is there an industry that's classified exactly as you are? Now, just to go over some of the map tools we have available here, I'll go ahead and zoom into the map. And you'll see that you can turn on things like parcels, or you might want to turn on water lines. And if you zoom in, you'll see that those are labeled and we'll give you some further information about those lines. And items such as traffic counts, and that'll give you your traffic count here. And you'll see those labeled on some of the streets. You also have things like the heat maps I mentioned. So this will pull up those, and then you can actually look at the legend to get the values for those individual block groups. And then we have some polygon items such as flood zones. So by enabling that layer and then zooming out, you can see where some areas prone to flooding might be. And lastly, to show you some of the ability to both interact with the map and do some search functions, you can click on the area polygon tool, and here you can draw on the map an area that you define and only return results that fall within that based on any report. It could be properties, communities, businesses. We'll do business or buildings here, and now you'll see that it brings up all those properties that fall within that boundary. And again, you can scroll through those properties. To remove that search, basically you'll just go in and perform a new search, and that'll clear that search out. So a new search will basically open it back up for you. And then lastly here, you'll see that you have the ability to click anywhere on the map, get the lat long, as well as some information about that location, as well as generate those individual reports such as labor force, demographics, consumer spending, and business reports. So this really enables you to do your reporting from anywhere on the map. That's about it. If you have any further questions about the application, feel free to contact support@gisplanning.com, or feel free to contact the Greater Waco Chamber, and specifically Seth Morris, and his information is down here, which would be Seth Morris, or S. Morris at wacochamber.com. Thanks a lot.